After a month of preseason games, the new season is nearly upon Cribbs. For Vice Chairman Rob Hetherington, it's an exciting time for a team that has come a long way from the Sun Life Assurance work team days. With over 1,200 appearances for Cribbs and its predecessors, Rob understands the significance of the club at this level.
Oh, it's amazing, really. I joined the club in '77 when I relocated from London, which the whole company did. And the likes of Mansfield and Yate were not on the same planet as us as regards to the level of football that we were playing at. So now to be playing against them in the last couple of seasons in the same division, it's just incredible, really. For an old dog like me, it's just amazing to look back and think you never would have dreamt that would have been possible. So enjoy it while you can, isn't it? That's what you have to do.
Bristol is famed for having two EFL clubs, Championship side Bristol City in the south of Bristol, and on the blue side, League One Bristol Rovers to the north. In terms of non-league clubs, Bristol's highest-ranked teams lie in the fourth tier of non-league, the Southern League South Division 1, with both Bristol Manor Farm and Yatetown being Cribb's derby games this season. Mangotsfield United, who found themselves relegated from the Southern League a few seasons ago, are another team around Bristol who have reached this level. For Cribbs, they become the latest Bristol club on the block, hoping that this season they can upset the odds and become the third highest-ranked club in Bristol. For media manager Nick Veal, the club's rise to this level has been extraordinary. As another committee member with over 1,000 appearances for the club, it's been a while in the making.
Well, it's probably something that didn't feel like it was going to happen over when I joined the club 35 years ago, and now we're at that level. Amazing achievement from Luffers in the last couple of years, winning the cup in the previous season, and then looking at basically the promotion and ultimately winning the league last year. Great effort, just building on what we've been a solid Western League team, and then gone over to Lennox, and he's taken it to another level. So, I mean, know the amount of work that goes into it. So
it won't be an easy start for the Cribbs side as they travel to Frome Town for their opening game, a team many had pinned to challenge for the title this season. Frome start the game on the front foot, putting Cribbs under pressure, but the opportunity goes wasted.
Stay. Ricky, good support!
Another first-half chance goes begging for Frome. The Cribbs defense continues to stand firm. Both sides have chances from corners, with neither side able to get the ball into the back of the net. Frome continue to search for a breakthrough, and despite finding the net from range, the referee blows for a foul. Another distant shot is blocked by Frome's own player as they look for the lead. The half ends with neither side being able to find a goal. Cribb's first opportunity of the half is put considerably wide of the goal. The wait for a breakthrough continues. Finding some rhythm, Frome attack with purpose. Another shot from distance goes just wide. With time dwindling, opportunities are becoming hard to come by. Another chance from distance is caught by Cribb's keeper Rob Brown. It doesn't look like Froome will be getting 3 points today. Similarly, for Cribb's, a blocked shot on the counter epitomizes a game where neither side could find the end product. With the rain coming in, the referee blows for full time. A point away at Froome certainly isn't a bad way to start the season for Cribb's. For joint manager of the reserves Alec Mills, it's a special moment to see the club he's played over 700 games for play in the Southern League South.
Well, certainly the football club has been sort of a huge part of my life. As you say, sort of I started playing in the early 90s and have played and managed an awful lot of games for the club. And like with lots of people involved in the club, I've been sort of with one club for my whole sort of adult football career, and it's been great to see the progression on and off the pitch.
3 days later, and it's the first home game of the league season for Cribb's, and they don't come more difficult. Hamworthy United, last year's playoff finalists, are out to go one step further this year, but Cribb's are quietly optimistic given their opening day point.
There's a little bit of me that says we must have a really good chance of getting a win today, really. I know Hamworthy had a great season last year, didn't they? Was they third or something? So, yeah, I mean, they're clearly going to be a decent side, but they're against so are we, and we're on a bit of a roll, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
It's a difficult start for Hamworthy as a handball gifts Cribb's a penalty 5 minutes in, much to Luffer's delight.
It's not like he gets started.
Yes!
Summer signing Jake Brown converts the penalty to make it 1-0 Cribb's. The lead, however, wouldn't last long as Hamworthy would equalize in the 12th minute.
Yes! Great effort!
A deflection off goalkeeper Rob Brown couldn't keep the free kick from finding its way in. Luffers isn't best pleased with the referee and makes his feelings known.
You're aware of that? It's a free kick on half 10. Free kick. Deserved goal, but it's a free kick.
Sensing more goals in the game, Cribb's continue to attack with intent, almost finding something from a free kick. A poorly defended corner a few minutes from halftime gives Hamworthy the lead, the playoff finalist finding their feet, much to Luffer's frustration. Despite early pressure from Cribb's, it's Hamworthy who capitalize, gaining a 3-1 lead after halftime. Whilst Hamworthy's manager enjoyed the goal, Luffers decides now is time to make a change, sending on David Duru.
Duru!
It wasn't long till Cribbs were rewarded. With Jake Brown being brought down in the box, Cribbs found themselves with another penalty, which Jake Brown smashed home to half the deficit. Following a golden opportunity being missed by David Duru, a deflected long shot finds its way to none other than Jake Brown, who swept home to tie the game at 3-3. Unfortunately for Cribbs, only minutes later Hamworthy would find the lead again to put them back in front, 4-3. For Luffers, it's bitter disappointment. After fighting hard, there would be no reward for Cribbs in this 7-goal thriller. However, there are some positives to take from the performance, with a hat-trick for Jake Brown and minutes for younger players.
Really important. I think you've got to bring in, the higher you go, you've got to start bringing in quality at all levels, really. So it's a step up for every team, isn't it? It's a step up for the first team this season, playing at a new level, step up for the reserves. Both teams have got off to a good start. Under-8 season doesn't start for a little while, but already we know we've got boys approaching us who want to come and join us because of where we are in the men's leagues as well. It attracts a better standard of player coming in. We've got an under-17s and an under-18s this year, so we can bring these lads in, and it's interesting to see how they get on and whether they can, get into the thirds, perhaps as a start, and then we can have a look at them there and then see if we can move them on into the reserves in the first team. If you look at David Duru, very good example, came to us at 17. Came to the under-17s, under-18s and on into men's football and is now a considerable member of the first team squad, so really positive.
It's 10 days later, and the games aren't getting any easier. It's Derby Day up at the lawns with local visitors Bristol Manor Farm making the 10-minute journey. Manor Farm, having survived a relegation playoff last season, will be looking to prove a point against Cribbs. On the other hand, Cribbs are looking to regain their defensive edge and mark themselves on the map for Bristol football.
Oh. Yes!
Cribbs start the game off with intent and purpose. Quickly being rewarded, George Kello finds the back of the net 6 minutes in as his shot trickles off the post and into the net.
Don't mind it, don't mind it.
Even in the rain, manager Luffers is certainly happy with Cribbs taking the lead. Now Cribbs must defend and ensure they maintain the clean sheet. Cribbs continue to pile on the pressure, carving out chance after chance, but have been unable to find a second goal. The pressure pays off when Jake Brown gets brought down in the box, a penalty for Cribbs and a big opportunity to double the lead. Unfortunately for Cribbs, the Manor Farm keeper dives to his right, saving the penalty and keeping the score 1-0. For Manor Farm manager Lee Lashenko, the occasion proves to be a little too much, finding himself added to the referee's book early in the second half. Manor Farm step up their press in the second half, however, some wayward challenges add to the referee's book. The visitors get their first shot on target, but the volley is easily saved by Rob Brown. More poor challenges lead to Bristol Manor Farm finishing the game with 10 men. For Cribbs, it's a huge Derby Day win and a first 3 points of the league season. It won't be long, however, till Cribbs are back in league action. Third-team manager Andy Sledge is excited to see Cribbs at this level and hopes to see more players push on through the ranks as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's one prime example, and that's a player who was playing for me in the third team maybe a couple of seasons ago, is now exciting everyone and playing pretty well for the first team, and that's Dave DeRue. So that's just an example of how we can bring those players through and they can thrive in the first team. In terms of this season, it's just, as I said, it's great to be around the club. It's really exciting to watch Southern League football. And I'm sure Leicesters got everything under control, and I'm sure they'll have a successful season.
The big games keep on coming, and next up is a big trip to fellow newcomers Malvern Town FC. Promoted via the playoffs and having done the double on head-to-head over Cribbs last season, Malvern will be a tough side to beat. Malvern co-manager Lee Hooper has some interesting words to say on Cribbs' budgets, further adding fuel to the fire ahead of the game.
Yeah, look, Cribbs won the league last year, so they're favourites, aren't they? They've got to be. I know they're talking about our budgets, our resources and stuff, but I don't know, that's just obviously what they think. I think it's a good job we do, isn't it? It's the persona we give off, is we do everything right, we put the time in, we put all the volunteers do what they can, and it looks like from the outside looking in that we pay a lot of money, which is fine, and that's great to us.
Luffers had some more careful words to say regarding the Malvern game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've got to be honest. I don't place too much importance on individual games. I think to be successful over a 38-game season, you've got to beat a lot of teams, and it is only 6 points that we can win against Malvern, and they got 6 against us last year, and still finished 8 behind us. So even if we were to get the result that we want today, I wouldn't be pressing sort of any panic buttons. They've clearly got the one-upmanship against us in the head-to-heads, but we won the war at the end and got the title, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So we'll go there. We're confident that we can put on a good display. They're all 50-50 games level. They've got a brilliant side.
Come on, Malvern, all the best. Come on, mate. All the best. All the best, Jack. All the best, Bones. All the best, Jordan. All the best, Kurt. All the best, Jack. Yeah.
Malvern start the game on the front foot with a couple of good chances, forcing Rob Brown into a huge save. Cribb's first chance comes from just outside the box. It's easily saved by the Malvern keeper. Cribbs would take the lead with only 15 on the clock, as Asa Korek lashed the ball into the top corner with no chance of the keeper saving it. David Duru nearly doubles the lead moments later, as his shot goes agonizingly wide of the post. The second half gets started with Cribbs firmly in the driving seat, pushing for a second goal. The away side looked dangerous.
Go on. Yes!
The Malvern keeper pulls off some incredible saves, but when a corner pings around in the box, it's begging for Ross Mackerlane to rifle home. 2-0. Only minutes later, it would go from bad to worse for Malvern, as a defender would bring down Steve Murray in the box. It's a penalty for Cribbs. Steve Murray would ruthlessly finish the penalty to go 3-up. His 50th goal for the club and another 50 grand for that goal bonus. Unfortunately, the clean sheet wasn't to be, as keeper Rob Brown collides with his defender, and Joe Davies would capitalize for a consolation goal. For manager Luffers, it's a silly mistake for Cribbs to make. An action-packed month for Cribbs is a successful one with 7 points from 12. But with a long break from league games coming up, focus turns to the FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world.
Still ain't got my marbles, but I got these beats banging out the back of my toy car.